Mr. Secretary, do you believe the return of the Budget Control Act caps for 2018 is the most critical and immediate threat that that the Department of Defense is facing?
Mr. Chairman, I absolutely do. The Budget Control Act caps for our defense puts us at tremendous risk. If it were returned, we would lose $15 billion of purchasing power, which would degrade readiness. It would degrade our modernization even further.
And OCO is a gimmick.
And the funding for OCO cannot be relied upon for the long run, and we need that predictable funding.
General Milley, struck by you mentioned the words "hollow army." This committee has not heard that since General Shai Meyer came over and said it back in the 1970s. How far away are we from a hollow army?
I believe, Senator, that if we continue on the road and we execute the BCA or go back to BCA caps and fundings and continue with CRs, it will result in a hollow army. How far away? I think right now, what you did last year was you stopped a downward trend. You halted it, stopped the bleeding, so to speak. We turned a corner, and we are, in fact, making slow but steady progress in readiness. If that stops, we will eventually, in not too distant future, have a hollow army and put soldiers at risk on a battlefield. And
the trend as you see it right now?
The trend is that for the Army's trend in terms of readiness, I think we have stopped it, stopped the downward trend, and I think we started to recover last year with the monies that you gave us.
But
we have a long way to go.
But the fact is that this budget may, at least as far as readiness is concerned, just stop the bleeding, right? It doesn't address the urgent need for modernization. Is that a correct statement?
There is modernization, obviously, in the budget. We put about 26% or so into modernization. But that's relative because 8 years, 2008, we had, roughly speaking, 3 times that amount of money into modernization. And if you go back 15 to 20 years, it's significantly more. So your assessment is correct. Our modernization has been sacrificed for current readiness.